After 5 years of saying I was going to do it and chickening out, come follow me to my very first cosplay competition.
Hello, it's the Thursday before Metrocon 2025, and your girlie's already behind. I was a little under the weather this week, so I haven't got as much done as I needed to, so today is just like packing and cleaning and trying to finish like 2 other things. The whole gang is coming. We're bunking here until tomorrow morning, and then we're heading up into Tampa, and we're staying at the embassy this time, which is a change. It just happened to be the cheaper option between what they offered last year. So it's a new hotel for us, but this year is a little bit special because this year I am going to be competing, and I know if you follow me on any other platforms, you know I start about every con season saying, oh, this is going to be a competition piece, and then I wimpy out halfway through because something turned out the way I didn't like and then decided not to do it. But this year, I have not wimpied out, and I am competing on Saturday in the Craftsmanship Awards. And it was to the wire. I think I turned in my build book Friday night, and it was due on Sunday. So it was to the wire. And I'm both very nervous and very excited. I think it'll sink in on tomorrow or Saturday morning that's happening for realsies this time, that I didn't wimpy out, and I have to go do that. So I need to finish packing, and I need to finish ironing. The gang isn't going to get here until late into the evening, so I have enough time to like do all the cleaning and stuff I need to do before they get here. But it's gonna be a busy weekend. So come join me on my first ever cosplay competition.
A fufu that looks really, really like close to the boo boo. To customize it.
I want one that looks super duper cursed though. Like I want the really fucked up looking one. It's very it's very cute. It does look very silly with the ears. After 3 trips because the valet was not around, we got everything in. We're staying at the embassy this year, and it is large and vaguely bougie. So I have like half Marcel makeup on. All right, well, let's get a getting.
Lady cells and pig cosplay. I'm Pin. I'm Sim. And we're Pin Sim cosplay. Woo! Where your hotline costume today is that machine is not the right one, so you aren't able to get some of the results. You just need to know where your locations are. So a lot of the machines that you'll encounter.
Hello, I'm back in the hotel room. I've not been in this very long. I think I've only been in this like 4 hours. But I just got back from the embellishment panel. I'm going to get out of this and eat food and then get into ball gown gesture for the masquerade because I'm going with Emma. I don't know what the fuck was happening this year. The line took 30 minutes. I think it was just timing. I think we just went a little later than we usually do, but it was all good. I walked around the dealer's room. Got dice. I wanted to make sure that I got what I like fully knew I fucking wanted at the dealer's room, which was dice. Fuck, how long has that been sticking out? Because I don't think I'm gonna get my eye bags is so bad. I don't think I'm going to be getting in there tomorrow for very long. I might pop in there a little bit to go see guest. These lashes are really cute. So I'm going to take this off and eat food and just chill for a little bit, and then go back out in a while to go to the masquerade. Yeah, so nice so far. So the ball was very cute. It was very nice. I went to make up for the fact that the Hallmark ball was not very good for Emma, who's a friend of mine who went. So I was like, go to the Metrocon one. It's better and it's cuter and it's a little bit more energetic. So that was very nice. I'm going to get out of this. And then I'm going to get into Jammies. Fucking not be in this. So, competition tomorrow. Also, this makeup did not withstand very well, but it's okay. So I'm like a quarter way through my Jester makeup. Today's the competition. My prejudging slot is at 11:55. It is 9:15 right now. I'm trying to take my time. I'm nervous, but also like I haven't been nervous. I haven't had like time to emotionally deal with the fact that this is happening. So I'm just gonna keep on keeping on and get in makeup. Wish me luck. So we have level 10 Jester. I'm in her. I'm ready to go. We're gonna wait a few minutes and then I'm probably gonna head out. I probably should have painted that a little bit more, but it's fine.
Aww, so magical. And I have all
But
stuff
I am
attached from when we went to Metrocon. I love cosplay. I have this little flower.
getting a little nervous, but it'll be okay.
And then I made it downstairs and waited very nervously for my prejudging slot.
So we got through prejudging. It seemed to go well. They were very impressed by all the hand embroidery. There's a lot of good questions. It went so fast. But now we're gonna kind of walk around and we're just gonna walk around and then probably go back to clean up. Yeah, I do need to hydrate. I need to hydrate. So that's done. That went so fast, and we'll see what happens this afternoon.
Being backstage was so much fun. Everybody is so nice and the vibes are so good. I can totally understand why everyone says this is the absolute best part of competing because I had so much fun.
About this cosplay, I am a needlework person, and the embroidery on this just was absolutely fantastic. I don't know if you can see from the crowd, but there is this diamond work with beading on almost all of the lining. The underwork, oh, is absolutely spectacular. I am super happy to give my judges award to this amazing cosplay. Next up,
Chat with no. Oh wait, that's a video. Fuck. I'm just gonna drop this in the group chat with no context. I can't. Can you just click with you?
Just send them the whole video of you just trying to do that.
Yeah.
So, we're back in the hotel room. I've showered, I've eaten, and decompressed a little bit. As you saw, I did win a judge's award from the Lady Cell, which meant a lot because I have followed her for quite a long time. And it felt great and insane.
and everything happened so fast. And everyone was so nice, and it was the vibing back there was great. Deeply enjoyed it. Big feelings. Big feelings through my currently kind of exhausted vibes. Holy shit. Holy shit. I am going to go to the feedback panel at 9 to get some feedback. And then we're gonna get ice cream.
What?
We're gonna get ice cream.
We're getting ice cream?
Yes.
After the panel.
Yes. And then I'm gonna come pass out. I have a photo shoot in the morning with Adoylible, who I've wanted to photograph with for years. At fuck ass early in the clock, like 8 o'clock in the morning, because I didn't know my time slot, so I just booked for when I could. And I was originally gonna switch into Adoylible because I was like, I'll probably be tired, but frankly, I kind of want to wear this again to like wear it around, so I will probably just be in Jester. Am I going to deeply regret it at like 3 or 4 o'clock tomorrow? Probably, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I believe in me, so. Then, bright and early, we're talking I was full blue before 8 o'clock. I had my photo shoot with Adoylible, who is a photographer I've wanted to photograph with for years. She was a guest at last year's Metrocon and this year's Metrocon, and last year, I basically already had 2 photo shoots booked by the time she opened up her bookings, so I ended up not booking with her, and then every other time she's been in Tampa, I have been busy or really didn't have a costume that I wanted to have photographed quite yet, but I finally had a photo shoot. She is awesome. She is such a great director. I'm somebody who kind of needs a little bit of direction just because I can get a little bit spacey at photo shoots, but this one I felt like turned out so well. I cannot wait to get these photos back. I'm getting them back in September, so it'll be a little bit of a birthday present for me. But yeah, super duper excited about that. And this is just me full dissociating Sunday afternoon at the dealer's room for like a good minute and a half. I was tired.
It is our pleasure to welcome you to our 2025 Metro Cosplay Championship! We are so excited to be here. My name is Indra. I'm actually one of the cosplay guests. But tonight I will also be your MC for this contest. And I'm Elsie. I'm your Metrocon Cosplay Contest lead. And I'm so excited to be hosting this incredible... And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Our 2025 Metro Cosplay Championship goes to... Best in Show goes to... Sunchild Cosplay for Phantom Member! And as we wait for our contestants, we'll take it back to our judges. Judges, what do you have to say about our wonderful Best in Show winners? So this was such a good example of telling a story in very few words. The skit had a very clear beginning, we all got welcome, a clear middle, she came out, and then they danced. It was wonderful. And they're also amazing cosplays. Also, their facial acting was incredible. And not just their incredible performance, but also the intricacy of these cosplays. If you get a chance to see them up close, please do, because head to toe, every stitch is just absolutely beautiful. Not to mention the attention to detail when it comes to historical accuracy, especially with every single layer of the bride was very well thought of, handmade, and all of the materials that they chose were just perfectly done with the visual story that they wanted to tell, along with the incredibly haunting performance that they did. So one more round of applause for our winners.
Hello! So it has been a full week since Metrocon 2025, and I am sort of still coming down from like the high of that weekend. It was such a good time. I truly love Metrocon. I have been going since 2009, I think was my very first one, and I've basically gone to every single one. There are a few years I missed, like I think I missed 2027, 2028, and 2029 because those were the 3 years I was living in California. But I've literally been going to Metrocon for most of my life, and I have a deep, deep place in my heart of love for it. Even though I sometimes have made fun of it because for a few years, especially when I came back in 2020, I was like, this is like walking back into 2025, and I don't know how I feel about that because Metrocon runs really well. Like I've never had a major issue with how Metrocon runs. I actually think they have a generally like a really good running of how they do it. I did have to wait in the registration line a long time. By a long time, I mean like an hour, which is a little bit for me. But that I think is just based on the time. Was like, if you time it right, you will not have to wait that long. We did not time it correctly because we were running a little bit behind. However, I just like have a big love for it. I do think after like years of kind of just sitting, being like walking into Metrocon was like walking into 2015, which for some people is probably great, but for me was like, this is great, but also it makes me a little uncomfy as an adult. However, I do think they are like very elevating everything. Also, I think next year I'm going to try to attend a few more main events. I did go, as you saw in the video, I did go to Masquerade, and I had a pretty good time at Masquerade. They do a lot of good stuff, but like some other friends of ours went to the fire show, and I kind of regretted not going to the fire show. I need to do more main events. I think that's like the thing in competition, in like cons that I need to do is I want to do more main events. I'd like to go to more panels, but I'm kind of picky about panels where I prefer to go to panels that are informative. I spent my entire like young high school con going time going to like in character panels. I did my time. I do wish more cons would kind of let cosplayers do more informative panels. Dear God, stop making judges do Q&As. That is my one thing about cons, is I know that a lot of them are like, judges need to do some kind of panel, and usually judges are too busy, so they just do a Q&A, and then I have to sit through the same 5 questions that every particularly competitive Q&A have, and I'm just sitting there like, I would have loved a panel on literally anything else, which is why I went to the embellishment panel, because I was like, I will go to an embellishment panel immediately. That's the one thing I think Metrocon should take from conventions like Hallmont, because Hallmont really pushes its cosplay to the forefront, mainly because it has such a giant, massive, huge competition, which by the way, as well I say, I will be competing a lot more now. I am not ready for that. I know that I'm not ready for that. That is a juried competition. You don't even, you have to like be accepted just to get in. I'm not at that level. I've seen those competitors. I am not there yet. I still love watching though. That's my only downside of being backstage. Is you don't get to watch the competition in the same way that you got to watch it from the audience. Because we could not hear shit backstage, which from what I've heard from other competitors is normal. It's something to do with the way the building is set up and the way the AV always works. But also like there was a pole in the way of me seeing most of the projector, so I still have to see everyone's costumes up close, so it's fine. I missed a little bit of getting to see it, which is why I've been waiting for the videos to go up, because I'm like, I would like to see what it looked like from everyone's point of view. But God, I loved it. I loved every bit of it. I loved, one thing I didn't really film very much of is the feedback panel they did afterwards, which was super helpful. And I just felt like was also just a very good way of ending things, because the only downside I said is I wish I got to see more of the competitors up close, because unless you saw them going back and forth and you knew they were competing, or you saw them backstage, you didn't get to see as many of the competitors, and only a few of us went to feedback. I would have loved like an intro, like show up for 20 minutes and have like an intro thing. I know some of the bigger competitions do that, where they have like a party, sort of. Like, again, Hallmont is a huge competition. I do not necessarily expect Metrocon to fully copy Hallmont's like thing, mainly because Hallmont also requires you to show up a whole day early to even compete. But I would love like an early like Friday, all competitors hang out in like a panel room somewhere. I dig that. I would love to do that, especially if we could get, because like I didn't get to really meet any of the performers or the champions. I would love that if we had like competitors, like competitors panel where it's just the competitors getting to chit chat with each other. I would adore that. That is like literally my only request. Like I said, I'm definitely competing next. Like probably Metrocon, because I don't go to a lot of other conventions. I now might have to consider traveling a little bit more. But this is going to be my babbling because I keep filming this and it goes to 10 minutes and I know I'm not going to put another 10-minute video at the end of this. So I will say my next few plans. My next plan is Ame from Worlds Beyond Numbers, which is an actual play that I highly recommend. It's actually my favorite actual play. Like, obviously I love Critical Role. You can tell. But I would actually say if you had to ask me, Al, what do you think is the best actual play? It's Worlds Beyond Numbers. And it's also about to end, so you should go catch up with it because it's very good. Please. And I will be working on her basically in tandem with the next costume, which I am saying I am doing even though it hasn't actually even come out yet, which is the Jester wedding dress from the live show in October, which that design has not even been out yet. And I'm already kind of being like, I'll probably do it. Like, the possibility of me not liking it enough to not to make it is pretty low because it's Jester and it's a wedding dress. But that shit's not getting done for Hallmark. That's going to Metrocon 2026. So that is my current plan. Is the wedding dress is going to be the competition piece for 2026, unless I don't get it done, and then it's going to be Ami. I'm just going to have to elevate Ami a little bit so that she's competitive enough. So that is my Metrocon update. Thank you everyone for watching. By the way, I am sorry I didn't get the Hallmark video out. Frankly, it wasn't that good. I got really burnt out after Hallmark because I literally moved basically the weekend after Hallmark, or like a few weekends after Hallmark. So that video is just gonna sit in limbo because at this point, why would I release it? It's been so long. Also, it's one of those things where it's like people have said what my opinion about Hallmark was in other videos, which is basically like it's different. I enjoy it mainly because I'm not a party girly. I will give them time to like build up in a new location. Also, it's an easy con for me to go to, so I'm gonna keep going. So next con will be Hallmark. I'll see you all there. I'm going to try to record more videos at some point. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna try to film a little bit more costume stuff.